Let's work. Yo, it's go time, showtime, never backing down time. One shot, yo, make it count, yo. Crunch time, shine time, make this moment my time. Get a grip, yo, ready, set, go. We bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Yeah, it's my time, yo time. Step into the spotlight. Get lit, yo. Let yourself go. Our time, high time. Gotta go big time. This is it, yo. Never take no fight time. Grind time. Take it to the street time. Turn the roof off. Get loco. Game time, win time. We gon' bring it home time. No regrets now. Let it all go. We bring the thunder. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's go. Bring the thunder. Let's work. Bring the thunder. Let's work.
Welcome back to another episode of Keeping It Cartel. I am, as you know, Cartel, and I am on my own today. So this is the first solo show in a long time. Yes, Duchess, what the fuck is that music? I just thought, well, let's put some cringy music on the weight screen. Next week, I'm going to pick another cringy ass song, so we'll have a bit of a giggle. But I hope you like the new weight screen. I thought it was a bit different than the other one I did. And obviously, show sponsors have changed up. So I thought let's just refresh it to something really cheesy. So hope you enjoyed that. Before we go any further, what I'm going to do, back up to chat to the top. We're just going to have a quick run through to see who we got in the house. Straight off the bat, we have Dave Lloyd. Hello, mate. We have the one and only. We have Birdman69. Hope you're doing well, mate. Then it's me. Then we have, I'm going to say your name wrong, Strode. I think that's right. Thank you for coming in, mate. We also have the one and only Tobias 1403. How's it going, mate? I hope everything's all right. We also have, let me fly through. We have Miss Mallory Gates. How's it going? We have the one, the only, Anthony Ramella. Hello, mate. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's good to see you out in chat. We have Mr. Dean T. Hello, mate. Who else have we got? Oh, Birdman's popping a hip out to that tune. It's a lovely tune. We have the lovely Mike from Serendipity and Wicklicker. Thank you for stopping in, mate. Hope you're okay. We have Duchess Coils. How's it going, mate? Lovely to see you in chat. It's been a while. It's good to see you out and about. We have the Vaping Snowman. Hello, mate. We have Mr. Intense. How's it going? We have JP Vapes. Hello, mate. We have Dion68. Nailed it. I honestly think that's the first time anyone's got it right from the jump. I do try. And we have... Oh, shit, didn't click on that. We have the Late Night Vape Show. Hello, mate. I hope everyone's doing well. It's kind of a warm one tonight. It's freaking 27 degrees, so please let me know. I've got a little fan on next to me. If you can hear it, let me know, and I'll turn it off, and I'll just sweat for you. It's fine. No worries. We are going to be a little bit more structured from now on, just because I end up just chatting shit to you guys, and you just have to listen to me for an hour and a half. So I thought we'll mix it up a little bit. But before we do that, we will go through a quick vape buffet. Birdman's sitting on 0.6. That is very, very cold. I'm quite happy that I am where I am at the moment. Straight off the bat, we have the what is it? The limited edition Stormtrooper Abyss with the Ether Bridge, with a MTL, Boro Alien in there, and inside that is literally the smidgens left of. Oh, sorry, my camera's really bright. Fucking get your words out. Serendipity of Vanilla Sky. It's absolutely outstanding. We have the OG recoil on the Workhorse, which is that is so bad, but it's still going strong. Inside there is special coils. And the liquid in there is Cucumber Cantaloupe by Bloom. From that came from Scott Wood, so thank you very much for that. We also have the Ripsaw on the side, Suicide side by side, however you want to call it. Inside that we have the last little bits of Rebel and Bogans, which is called Pash My Melons, which is a mixed melons and tangy passion fruit. Outstanding liquid. Really enjoy that. We also have, but I've lost the battery for some. We've got the old Bridge V2 on the Boron V2. Inside that is... No, that's the wrong way round. Inside the Ripsaw is the Dragon Fruit Grape Ice by Kanji, and inside this is the melon. I need to find the battery. That's a bit scary. Lastly, we have the side by side, the series Tree Life Box Mod Axial Pro Quad Core Stagger Fuse Claptons, and in there is the Dribble. And I mean, I'm probably going to get about 3 puffs out of this. The last of my Birdman Swell by Frank and Atticus, which is an outstanding liquid. I want to know where that battery's gone. I don't know where it's disappeared to, but I'll find out in a sec. In chat, if you throw in chat what you are vaping on, I would like to know. Chat's popping off. So we'll quickly see if I've missed any questions before we move on. So, what we got? I like his builds, yep. 0.6. Duchess. So you can have Jay as a guest, but I just get fucked off some friend you are. Well, if you're ever fucking about, you can come on, mate. Excuse my French, I apologise. You're always welcome. You know you are, mate. Just make sure you're there on time. That's all I ask. If you want to come on next week, doors open for you, mate. Anytime. Anything else? 17 degrees Celsius where Mr. Intense is. And we're somehow now talking about the weather. So I think we're all... Oh, we've also got... Phil in, you all right, mate? You had to put the little one to bed. One question. Why can't I spell? Don't ask me, I'm dyslexic. I struggle as well. It's so bad. I'll give you an example. I can't remember what word I was spelling, but I spell it so wrong, even like the predictive texting and the spell checker could not work out what word I was looking for. So don't ask me about spelling. Neil Pitts, I didn't see you pop in. Hello, Neil. How's it going? He vapes on 8 devices with fruit flavors in all of them. Yeah, I don't know. It's quite warm, so I generally stick to fruits, but I can't help but when I'm sitting here is to have some desserty going somewhere along the line, and nothing better than Frank and Atticus. Anthony Ramella is on the Guar 21 with bloody hell 194,000 puffs, and Falcon Jing with some strawberry shortcake liquid. That is a hell of a lot of puffs, mate. See, whenever I had puffs counters, I forgot about them, and then I'd play about and reset it. I never actually worked out how much a coil head would last me. Tobias is on the double barrel V4 GT6S. Is that right? Basil Mango Lemonade. That sounds very posh. Dean T is on the KRMA on top of the dual top side. I still need to get my top side out. I haven't used that in such a long time. It's funny because that takes me nicely into topic number one. Hang on, before we go any further, JP has put in, he's on the Pulse AIO with Dark Star Pink Slush. Is that the, do you have the vessel? That would be, yeah, sorry. Me playing City Buggers. So, yeah, I haven't tried the Dark Star Pink Slush. The only thing I really vaped from Dark Star was Banana Man. And I've vaped way too much of that stuff, so I can't vape anymore. Right, topic number one. It's weird because the other day, well, it's actually about a week ago, I decided, because I keep a lot of my stuff in storage boxes and I box everything back up, and same with liquids, all my vape tools and everything like that gets boxed up in the massive storage boxes that you get from like B&M or like Poundland or stuff like that. And I was trying to find, I can't remember what glue sticks, because when I build, I like using the glue sticks just to sometimes keep some core wires if I do more than 3 together. Before I go any further, Mallory Gates. Bloody, that is a list and a half. Dovepo MVV2 with the Geek Vape Z RDA. Vape Joy Fufta, that's what I'm going to call it. 18650 mechanical mod with the Digiflavor Lynx RDA. Series Vape Bathala. Oh my god, I've never heard hardly any of these. Mechanical mod with another Z, the OBS Engine 100 mods with the E-Leaf Lima 2 RTA. Blimey, you lot have got some snazzy devices out there that I haven't even heard of. Yeah, so I use some of the glue sticks for more than 3 cores, and it takes me so long to go through one, and I finally went through one, so I'm rummaging through trying to find it, and I realized that the amount of stuff that I've got and the variety available, even through the couple of years I've been vaping, is unbelievable. And I know we talk about like innovation and stuff like that. I'm not even talking about like innovation. I'm talking about just the variety of one component of a vape or a vape tool or a vape accessory, how many different ones you can get. And I ended up sitting out there for an hour and a bit, just going through the box, I forgot about this, I forgot about that. So I thought today we for the first part of the topic, we'll just talk about like the things that we loved, things that we missed. So it's like the variety of, say, like RDAs. Like the amount of RDAs I found, like I still use my recurve Juul. I don't use it for vaping. I might even buy another one because I love the vape off the recurve Juul. And then, like, if you think about it, it goes down to like the profile. Even though a lot of people don't like mesh, and mesh is a bit of a harsh subject for a lot of coil builders and just general rebuildable people at the time. Like, a lot of people are either against it or with it. I'm smack bang in the middle of mesh. I have a love-hate relationship with mesh decks. Prime example, I loved, and then I will love the Kylan M RTA. A lot of people are like, oh, it's not that good, or some people love it. I will just get a hankering to use it, and I build it, and then I fall in love with it for about 2-3 days, and then I hate it. I break it down, goes in the box, goes in the storage container, and then I don't touch it again for a long time. And I don't know if a lot of you are the same. Like I went, my first rebuildable, well, we called it a rebuildable. My first thing that moved on from a sub-ohm tank was the OG profile. And I had the OG profile on the top side dual, and it worked perfectly. It was great for what it was. And for the transition from going from screwing in the coil head to then using coils like fuse Claptons and that, the mesh was actually worked in my favor, helped me sort of figure out screwing stuff in and just fiddling around with cotton. Yeah, it was tons of cotton. You had stuff in there, but I just liked the way that it transitioned. I felt it made my life a little bit easy going from that into actual coil. So it always holds a special place in my heart. And I went for the Unity, which was horrendous. I could wick it fine. I just really didn't like it. And I ended up giving that one away. And then I sort of went for the Kyle and M, and then I stuck with that for a while. But like that's what I'm talking about. Like the varieties in anything, that's just mesh. It's mental. Like the decks were pretty much the same on the Kyle and M to the profile, but because obviously the airflow, all these other components, it made one hell of a difference. And even aesthetically, the Unity was just really tall and thin and horrible, where the Kyle and M was short, squat with a big old bubble glass on it. And I preferred the look of the Kyle and M, but I ended up buying the Unity first and then realizing that it was a huge waste of money. The next mesh from OFRF, or however you want to say it, was actually quite good. And I know they done a Clapton one as well, and I disappeared way before then. But like RDAs, like the differences that, so I'm gonna throw it out in chat. What was your guys' all-time favorite RDA that you've had, owned, or wanted to own from the time you started vaping? See, I've always wanted a Kennedy, never got my hand. Jessica B, how's it going? I've always wanted a Kennedy, never got my hands on one. I know there may be a chance of getting one in the future, but that's always been the one that I always wanted. But the one I love the most, and you guys are probably going to disagree with me and go, what the fuck, is the Passage. The Passage, for me, was one of the best RDAs, for me, that I loved more than anything else. And when it shit the bed, which wasn't actually too long ago, I'll tell you when it was, when we was on Codename Wide and I was doing the Stagger Fuse Claptons, and it just gave up the ghost on me. That was a sad day for me, but I really want another Passage in black. And I just loved the way it built. It was easy to build, and it suited my style of building because I don't index my coils. It was nice, shove them in, screw them down, pull them up, and you're good to go. So that was my go-to. I would still tell people, get hold of a Passage for your first RDA, or even if you're just looking for a spare one on something that's not postless to that, go out and get a Passage. I think you can pick them up for like 11 quid now. I would suggest go and get one. So what we got? We got Dave Lloyd saying the Asgard. I know that Chris Doyle loves his Asgards, and there's loads of people that are obsessed with it. I've never vaped one. I went to buy one, and the guy let me have a look at it, and I don't know, at the time, I was so against postless decks for some unknown reason. I just don't like building on them. I don't like building on postless. The only one I can deal with is the Axial Pro, and I don't know why. I could not stand building on the RDA for vaping. Great vape, don't get me wrong. Once it's built properly, it's outstanding. I just didn't like it. So we got here, let's go back up, as I know quite a few people have dropped in some business. Kennedy and Asgard. Phil saying the Goon. I have not had the pleasure of having a Goon. I really need to get my hands on a Goon, so I'll have to see if I can source one for somewhere. So I think that was the game changer. Oh, Geordie Explores. Hello, mate. Long time no see. It's good to see that beautiful face of yours in chat. Mallory Gates is saying When I first started vaping, I hated RDAs and mech mods. I got the Steam Crave Mini Robot mod and the Drop Solo turned that around. See, the drop is an outstanding RDA for what it is. I've got a Drop 1.5. A guy that I know bought the original Drop when it came out. He used it all the way up until it broke, and then he bought a Drop 1.5, and he hasn't moved away from it. I use it just every now and then. It's just so simple to build on. Nothing special, but a great starting place. And it has pretty good flavour. It's not outstanding. I wouldn't say it was like up there with the best of them, but just as a bog standard, run of the mill, easy to build, decent flavour, cheap. I think they're even 11 quid now. I don't think they're any more than a score or 20 quid. I don't think they're much more than that. I would suggest going and getting that. So Tobias is really misses Troll V2, Riot or Nightmare. I've got the Squire, the second one. Yeah, the Squire. And my Nightmare has just died. Quite a lot. I'm talking a lot about RDAs that have died on me. Yeah, that died really, really recently. That upset me. So that's another one for the list. My vape list is getting longer and longer. Geordie Explores said Dark Horse RDA was a beast at the time when it came out. I don't think I've ever heard of that. I'm going to have to look that one up. Jessica B is saying Ego L. I have no idea what that is. There's a lot of I don't knows coming up now. My favorite RDA is the I go L. Goon was decent. There you go. The Dwarf DL is just the best flavor you can get from an RTA, in your opinion. Do you know what? I've heard a lot of people say that. I can't remember whose stream I was watching when they got the Dwarf. I think it might have been, I have no idea. And they were nothing but singing it praises. But I think they're quite pricey now, aren't they? We have JP saying he's always fancy. Sorry. A Mason RDA with the amount of mad builds you can put in it. Yeah, you gotta love something with a humongous build area, so you can just. It's like it just reminded me of another fucking unicorn vape I want, the Colorado, and I know fucking Duchess has got one, but I really want to get my hand on the Colorado. Geordie, he had the mini robot, looked like a lightsaber, was shit. 10 out of 10. Would vape again. Hey, we got Tribal Buddha in the house. Blue Buddha tinctures. If you need DIY liquid, head over to Blue Buddha Tinctures. He does some outstanding liquids. There's the Cartel Crime Wave you can get hold of over there, which is an outstanding liquid. He's got some great flavors. There's the YouTube Jail Drank. That's outstanding. Then he done this really nice fig pudding one. Tribal, if you drop into chat where they can go and check out your liquids and that, drop it in, and guys, go check out his stuff. He's over on Instagram. If you can just throw the link in, that would be great. The Heron 1.5 was a good MTL. Mr. Intense has had the Dwarf FL MTL RDA, and it is outstanding. Jessica B can't spell today. Favorite RDA is the Apocalypse 25mm. I've got two. One's up here somewhere. I've got the silver one and the Blood Splatter, which was a gift from Mike Kirch, which hopefully he should pop in today. Phil saying TM24. That is an outstanding one, and I hope you still run that in single coil. I'm really weird. I used to run it dual coil, and I love that thing to bits. Then I decided, because I made a mothership coil, to put it in there single coil with the Ultim insert, and it's just a game changer. But you're meant to go out and get that Eclipse cap. I think they're only cheap, because apparently that just makes it outstanding. I don't know if Jay's in chat. He got one straight from Kent, and he said it was outstanding. Geordie misses putting sleeper bills in the 3-post deck, 2 cores, 1 bit of wire. Oh, here we go. Sifu Mustache. Hello, mate. How's it going? Another amazing liquid. Sorry, we're over. Oh, I hate these mirrored cameras. Switch this way. This way. Here we go. Make sure you go and check him out on Instagram. Here's another outstanding DIYer. If you like bespoke root beers, Kick It Root Down was my all-time favourite. You got Peach Among Worlds. I don't know if they're still on the list. So Sifu, if you got 3 fingers, throw your link into chat, and guys, go check him out and go show some love to him as well. These 2 guys are on Mixing It Up over on KVTV_online's YouTube channel, which is called Mixing It Up, where they do DIY mixes with Uncle Chris. And yeah, it's Jay, Uncle Chris, Sifu, and Tribal Buddha. Great show. Make sure you go show him some love and give it a watch. We got Mr. Intense. I have a working Innokin SVR, and it does look like a lightsaber. Thank you, Tribal. Make sure you go check out his Instagram page and go place an order. Don't tell Sloan. I run it dual. You need to run it. You don't need to run it in single coil, but I love it in single coil. Dave Lloyd is running a 4.5 millimeter single coil in a Titan RDTA. Phil, you need to go over to Sifu Mustache and get his Kick It Root Down. It is an absolutely outstanding liquid. It's like a bespoke root beer. And he does I'm sure he does a banana root beer as well. If not, I apologize. But just go and check it out. That man is a wizard with liquids. And I've got to Sifu, here you go. Oh, Sifu's on the run. Just saw a notification. I wanted to come and say hi. It's Sifu Stash on Instagram. So make sure you go check out Sifu Stash on Instagram. He's I gotta give this guy credit. Hurricane went through where he lived in Louisiana. He still went out and sent me out my liquids, and outstanding customer service, and an outstanding guy as well. So make sure you go show him some love from across the pond. Here we go. Does anyone doing the Kinder Bueno DIY challenge? Oh, I think that would be proper like sickly. Could be interesting. Right. Neil says, I had an old iTaste SVD 2.0 DNA 20. It's a long mod in 18650. Right. I know we've been talking about RDAs. We're going to move along to talk about cotton. How many different types of cotton are there? So many different brands. I know I say it, and I'm going to do a bit of shilling. Well, it's not even shilling. I just want to say, there is companies that still, I can't remember, I think it's Vaping 101. There's loads of them. You can get them on. And I'm not sponsored by them. I don't get anything from them. I just think they are the greatest cotton company out there. The cotton chat. Yeah, exactly. We're getting there. We're getting there. I was a Cotton Bacon Prime vapor from day one. No, it wasn't. I done Firebolt cotton for the first bit. I think it was the first 2 packets. And then Cotton Bacon Prime. I was all Cotton Bacon Prime up until Birdie sent me a 3 tins of Cloud9. Have not looked back. I don't know if you guys watched. Sorry, I got hiccups now. 2 days ago, I done a re-wicking. I've had to. There you go. If you want some Cloud9 and you're in the UK, head over to this bloody. It's this way, isn't it? This Phil's Phil Shop, a YouTube, not YouTube shop, website shop, and he stocks Cloud9. He's also a sponsor of the show that you would have seen on the weight screen. So go show him some love. Yeah, Birdie sent me over 3 tins and I fell in love with it. I done a stream 2 days ago and realised that I am all out of it. So I will have to put another order in. And I found in the back of the storage container 1 packet of cotton baking. So I used to buy them in big boxes. And I started using it and I need my Cloud9. I just need it. It does so much better. High temperatures. I am prone to over dripping. I am prone to getting cotton collapse because it's just the way I am. I get none of it from Cloud9. I get no break-in time, and I just fall in love with it. But it's amazing the different types of cotton you get. You get the KGB. Never used it. I know people that love KGB. Swag. Talk to the devil and he appears. KVTV. URJ, how's it going? Oh, Mr. Intense. I only use Muji. It lasts longer. I'm a tight git. Well, I know loads of people that still use Muji. Chris still uses Muji. Chris Doyle still uses Muji. He loves it. But Swag, I wasn't keen on it for more of the tin looked like there was a lot in it, and you literally got like this much. I know I will get fuck pads. I will get shit fuck pads. Yeah. Well, that's just the way it is. But I didn't like Swag. I just thought there was a bit of a taste to it. You've got, was it a Kenji cotton, which looked a bit different. Bellend! Hello, mate. How's it going? We have the one and only vaping Jedi in the house. Hope you're doing well, mate. Yeah, Kenji cotton. I really didn't like it. It was really rough. It wasn't like soft. It was like trying to run your hand down like an old woolen jumper. It was just I just really didn't like it. And then the little bits in it, I just ended up pulling it apart, getting the little tweezers out, picking out all the little bits. And yeah, I just really didn't enjoy that cotton. So have I missed any cotton? We got native wicks as well. Does anybody else use any other cotton out there? Flavored cotton came out. I've never even heard of flavored cotton. I feel saying Kendo cotton is fucking pucker. Mike Haynes, how's it going, mate? The legend has returned. What are you vaping on, Mike? Sorry, I needed that. Cloud9, another man that knows. Maxi Cotton. Trust you, KV. Trust you, Jay. Only you would do that. I know, was it Dwayne or was it Bogan that used a tampon in an old video? I can't remember who it was. One of you guys will know who it is. I didn't have a twist. Vaping Jedi had some menthol and strawberry flavored cotton. That just sounds horrendous. Phil stopped stocking Kendo in favor of Cloud9. And the tins are great. I love the little tins. I wish I had so much more of it. We got I think you're new in chat, mate. Thank you for coming in. If I haven't seen you before, I apologize. Firebolt cotton. I loved fire. See, my thing with Firebolt cotton was it's great for new vapors, especially if you're just doing bog standard 3mm coils, because it's great. You can just pull it through and it's like nigh on perfect. But it's good as well to get that feeling of how much cotton you actually need. Because at the bottom, there was like 1 or 2 strands that looked like cotton bacon, was just that. And then what I used to do is try and match it up so you could get the right feeling. Then I moved straight to cotton bacon, and then I done all right from there. So I love Firebolt cotton. Has got a place in my vaping world for good reason. Rayon. Waftum, yeah, it does vape Rayon. And apparently that is really good, and you can buy it in bulk. I've never tried it. I would like to try it. Duchess coils. He exclusively uses cotton bacon prime. I would say give Cloud9 a go, mate. You won't be disappointed. Vaping Jedi remembers having to boil cotton. And I think, Stu Rep said, I remember back when I had to boil cotton balls, but I prefer cotton, firebolt cotton. Right, what else have I missed? Mike Haynes is here on the Tesla Invader and Juggernaut and his own coffee mix, Guar Arbiter 2 and Lemon Pocket and Blaze on the Legend and Faust. Good, that's a good combination. I've got to be honest, every time Mike puts up a pictures of his setups, they're always spot on. They're not like mine where I put up a picture and they're just like, okay, fair enough. Or you get this bruised and battered little bit of kit. What else have we got? Let's go down in chat. Boiling cotton wall balls when Muji was hard to get hold of. Silica wicks. I vaped silica wicks and I can tell you now, it was fucking horrendous. I did not like it and I apologize for swearing. Remember, peeps, to always boil your vapes. Do not listen to me. Anything else? Nicky Maynard, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. And I do agree, Vanilla Sky is awesome. Managed to get an 80-20 in the ether bridge and is rocking. Flavor for days. Flavored cotton was a terrible idea. It sounds fucking terrible. I've got to tell you that. I think that would be horrendous, especially like menthol cotton. I just think, it's like back in the day when I never smoked menthol cigarettes, and then you may have one of mine, and you take a big puff, and it's just like menthol. You're like, it's like smoking a Polo. It was horrendous. Right, we'll move away from cotton and the silica. Hang on, before we do, last comment. Silica wick sucked. Cotton was a flavor revelation to me. Very true. Well, I never done silica until not that long ago. We will move on to regulated, unregulated, and might as well throw Mex in there as well. The plethora of stuff you can get. Even looking through my box, there was like old Geek Vape Aegises. There was the Topside Jewels. There was the Drag 2, the Drag 1s. And then you can even go onto the table where you've got billet boxes. You can even go down. This is going to make my light fall over. So if you hear a bang, it's only me. Told you would. The old sup boxes, they're great. Or you might hear another bang, which could be interesting. Or you can go even smaller and get yourself a Snowcat Mods Denali. So you can go from anything that's like massive to something that's small. And it was just like, it was more of a revelation for me while I was looking for the box. I didn't feel like I appreciated the plethora of stuff we actually have as we have, sorry, and I'm stuck in what I'm saying. We have Earning House. How's it going, mate? Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, shit, I hit buttons. He knows vaping, I'm an old fart. But does anyone think the mods that come out these days are ugly and boring? I wouldn't agree with that so much. There's a lot that's the same. I do find very much, especially on the commercial pumping out fuck tons of everything, like the Geek Vapes, the Aspires and all stuff like that, that once one company does something a little bit different, like if you take for instance, like just the C-frame, when people started doing C-frames, everyone jumped on it. And then the Aegis started doing the indestructible ones, which I managed to break in 4 months. I will just say that, so it wasn't very indestructible for me. And then everybody jumped on the rubberized, and then we had the stabwoods. And then people started coming out with like the not resin, it's like an acrylic looking stabwood stuff. That was everywhere after a while. So I find it very much there's a lot of beautiful devices out there, and there's a lot of unique stuff and different stuff. But once something gets into the public, the commercial domain, say like I just see Tree of Life box mods. Like if you take the Hexome, that became massive. So people started copying that because the Tree of Life is similar in look-wise because it's just like an electrical box. And you still get the ham and lead on that. If any of you remember that. That was way before my time. I've never owned a Hexome. I really wanted one, but I went for this. But once something gets popular, I found that a lot of companies then will jump on that and then just go mental with it. And I think that's when you say when it gets boring. I can understand what you're saying, but I always like trying to look for newer stuff. Or if you go for like the smaller companies like Method One Mech or Russian Custom Mods, even though they're not commercial, they're not big. They're more like the high end of start devices. That's when you start getting into like the lovely magical stuff. And you're like, oh, look, something's a bit different and stuff like that. And even like with the Stabwood stuff. And then if we're going to go down the billet box rabbit hole, like with the bridges, like we've got to a point now, and tell me if I'm completely wrong, but I think I spoke to Jay about this, KVTV. There's so many bridges out here now since the Pulse AIO came out, but a lot of it pretty much is the same. And we're slowly starting to get down that route where everyone's bringing them out. There is a bit of innovation. So we got is it the Ponte, the Mr. Just Right one? That's a bit different. And then the new one, I know you sound completely wrong, Duchess. There's the other one, the Atomphora. I'm going to murder that. The new one, the Boro, with the mesh spirals in there. That's something a bit different. So there is innovation, but I find it very much as once something starts doing well and people start noticing it, then they run with it and every company jumps on the same bandwagon. But I was really impressed literally about the different selections that you do get out there. I know chat's just been gone mental. So I'm going to wrap it back up to chat and see what you guys are saying. So we're back up to the cotton. Right, here we go. Past the cotton. Mike Haynes has 63 box mods, 2 AIOs, 3 pods, and 32 mechs. And I always murder this word, potentiometers. That's a lot. I'm not even going to ask KVTV how many he's got. That man has got more than I think most people put together. Mechs aside, like the standard mods from China. Yeah, exactly. It's very much samey, and sometimes it's just a little bit different. Dave Lloyd's favourite mech, the Clutch 18. I still haven't owned a Clutch. That was another one I looked at for a while and ended up against it. Tree of Life box mods, very, very good. Aegis X, regulated Squonk, and Topside Dual. There's some good ones there. The thing is, there's not enough indie mod makers. Well, hopefully things will start changing. Mike's he likes his Scepter stack, Hyperion, and the Sidefire stacked. I've got to be honest, start from having this Sidefire Suicide, I've got to be honest, I am liking the Sidefire. Is it K Vapors, the one that they work with Turk and got the Turk Sidefires? I really want one of those. They look really nice. And when they done the Harley paint jobs on them, like the black and orange, they just looked stunning. Aegis Legend is a good mod. I reckon you could kill a man with it. I had mine 4 months and the screen fell off, the buttons fell off, it started auto firing, and I had a bit of an argument with them. They refused to replace it, even though I said I'd send it off to them. They said no, so it went in the bin. So I never done that. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Very, very true. The Clutch 18 is very good, solid. I'm using one now with the Hellvape Max RDA. Phil always wanted a Rogue, but never got around to it and became an MTL Vapor. I know you are, mate. You love your little MTLs. Tobias, original Clutch is still a beast of a mod. Sci-Fis in general are great. My only problem with the Sci-Fi that I found with this one is that there's no real locking mechanism, which sort of panics me a little bit because I do, as you know, my everyday mech, it's got a solid locking system on it, and I love it. Just that one, I'm a bit iffy about taking that anywhere with me. Dave Lloyd, he has a Grim Green Hexome. I had most of the Snowcat mods and many tube mechs. I like the range of Snowcat mods. The Avalanche, that's the only one I can remember. So you got the side by side, the big parallel one. I loved the Denali. And you know what? Cracking customer service, considering where it's come from and that. The Ravine that I still want to get hold of that I held off for. Wish I never did. First Road, he's got to replace his hex foam eventually. The missus threw it out, but I honestly think that V1 Exome was the last regulated mod I ever had. Everything else is fully regulated around his neck, the woods. I'm sure, if I'm wrong, quote me, I'm sure Steve, Legion Vape, said that don't you get a lifetime warranty with Exome? So if anything wrong, you can send it back to them and they fix it. I would check that out if you threw it out. I thought it was broken. Sorry, my bad. Mike Haynes, his favourite regulator is probably the Snowwolf 213, legend from In the Garage and Gua for his office. Geordie remembers when the Hannah box came out. Now that was a mod. Think they went bust in China. Yeah. Mallory Gates is a cheap ass vapor. None of my devices are RDAs are over $30. But the thing is, $30 you can still get a serious amount for. And I've realised literally since having a little one and money's been a bit tight, that if you just religiously look through like the clearance, you can get some bargains. I know, especially in the UK, I think it was Washington Vapes were selling the Ether Bridge for, I think it was £1 for one day. And it was £1 with like 150 shipping or 250 shipping. And then the next day it was back up to a term, like 15 quid. So I would always suggest just keep your eye on those clearance sections because there's some belters. And I would always say you don't always have to go for new stuff. The newer stuff isn't always the best stuff. My go-to RDA, if I want any sort of proper flavor, proper performance, is the OG Recoil. I've got two of them. I've got a red one up there from my man Josh the Vaping Jedi. And I got this one from Mike Haynes. No, not Mike Haynes, Mike Kirch. And these are, I think, the best RDAs. And I think these are about 6 years old. So newer does not always mean better. Geordie's saying, massive shame all the American companies went under because they made some nice stuff. That is very true. But I think the good thing about the UK is that obviously we are, I suppose you can call it a haven for vapors. I think a lot of UK companies, if they take the jump and made in the UK, nice, well-machined mechs, like a UK version of the Kennedy, call it the Winston, I don't know. That would be quite good, actually. Call it the Churchill. If we had some of them, I think they would be outstanding. I do think we need a couple more like of the higher-end English companies because a lot of the good high-end stuff is like you've got Russian custom mods, you've got Method 1 in Spain. I'm sure K Vapors is Spanish. It's all like European and American. I do think we need to bring a lot back home. I think it'll bring down the price a little bit, obviously for shipping and stuff. And I do think we've probably got some outstanding machinists and engravers out there that I think we all need to jump on and start a little UK mech company because I think it would do amazing. Neil Pitt saying, I want the Vision Boro RBA. It's got airflow from the top of the flush nut, no condensation. That's the one thing I hate about Boros. Bloody-sation. It's I'm constantly getting in there and cleaning it out. Oh, we got Tony Laura in chat. Hash. From when I built the other day, I just got a bit of wire stuck in my arm. Bridges are to sail under or ride across. Johnny Overkill makes some absolutely awesome mods. I forgot about Johnny Overkill. Yeah, he's going to be at the the Vapor Expo, and I think he always brings something weird and wonderful with him. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Duchess Coils is saying, I honestly like a variety of everything just because it depends on what I'm looking for out of the vape lately. He's been on the Boro life, although sometimes he just wants an RTA or an RDA. It's really true. It's just whatever tickles your fancy. Like driving now, it's the Caliburn went in the bin. I fell out of love with that. It's just this. Nothing else in the car. It's a solid bit of kit. Great flavour. Not too much vapor production, which I quite like, especially when I drive. And does what it needs to do. Morning vape. Big old series with big old coils in there. Black coffee does me wonders. Work, this one. Home, it could be anything. But yeah, it is the variety. What do they say? Someone said it earlier, variety is the spice of life. And it is so true on so many levels. Completely agree. Johnny is a legend. I haven't had the chance to meet him, but I'm looking forward to meeting him at Expo because I think it will. It's going to be a good show this year. And I'd like to see all the stuff that he does. Mission Intense, that's because you're a clumsy twat. That is very, very true. Phil is saying, I wouldn't even use the me off. I bought one off Overkill, but I still want one. I saw some of those he had at the Expo, and they're lovely. The panels are out of the world. I see. I'm so tempted to go over and get one. Stu Rep saying he prefers the OG Pulse Mech Squonk as for regulated the Pulse X kit. Geordie's got a lovely 3D printed mod from Triage. Yeah, I heard he started doing 3D printed, and I'm sure back when I got mine, he was talking about doing like a wooden framed one. That I might be bullshitting on that, but I'm sure I remember seeing a wooden frame one. They're the ones with lights in it as well. So if you're in for a disco, get one of them and one of those Digi Flavor light up RTAs, and you're good to go. Defo Overkill mods. Yeah, Hexome has a lifetime warranty. I think for the price you're paying for it, because I'm sure I've never actually gone out to look for one, but I'm sure for a new one you're looking at probably a good couple of £100 minimum. So it is good that they're giving that option. Phil's phone is correcting everything. Oh, she threw it in the bin during the last move. She doesn't vape and didn't know what it was. Oh, Mike Haynes is saying, get a new missus. Oh, I've got to give my wife credit. She doesn't like touching any of my vapes. If I say, "Oh, can you pass that?" No, she doesn't want to drop it. She's worried she's going to break it. Oh, leave him alone, Mr. Intense. Have you divorced her yet? Oh, what's this? Auntie Romero, I'll see you tonight if I can stay awake. I don't know why I'm waving at you, but I will wave at you anyway. Suicide Mods. They are a cracking company. Oh, because you can get them on. I think they've got them on sale at eSig 1, the 3D printed ones. Auntie Romella's right. Go tape and Appern. Nikki Maynard. She's got a new. Sorry, my mouse is broken, so I'm having to use the trackpad. I got the UWell Nunchucker 2 kit for £25. A holiday to Portugal in September. That will be my take in 21,700s, no hassle. Yeah, do you know what? After my last debacle going on holiday with vapes to Egypt, I'm considering just going cold turkey for the week or two, or just taking a couple of little pods. I go to the field shop and get some disposables and keep them in my bag. Dave Lloyds, he has an Apex single 18650 tube mod. Phil saying, I've already put 13 years into this one and really don't want to start afresh. Besides, with the brownie points earned from that mistake, I can get whatever I want. There you go, mate. There's always a silver lining. Merle's Mods UK. How could I forget that? And then there's the Apex as well. Is it Apex Mods, the other UK one? They look pretty solid. I know Birdman has got the Apex. I'm thinking it's an Apex stacked, and that looks clean. I liked it because there was no real engravings on it, and it just looked really clean. Geordie's saying, yeah, it would be nice to have some nice machine vape mods, mechs and regs and RTAs, RDAs. It would be nice. Merle's mods, some absolutely beautiful tubes. Geordie's saying, I spoke to a company that went out of business a while back. They did their own mechs. They said they think disposables and Boro devices killed their sales. The thing is, it goes round in roundabouts with stuff like that. I'd put money on it. Once the Boro game has fizzled out, like the Squonking did, it'll go back round, and everybody's going to want mechs, stacked mechs, and everything like that. I reckon give it time, and it's going to come back around. But I suppose with companies like that, you just feel sorry for them, and it's going to be hard to like machine a if you're so used to doing tube mechs and you decide to do like an AIO. So say like something like the Pulse, like a high-end Pulse, like a .AIO, it's going to change the whole ball game. I think they probably just find it's better just to stop doing it. But I do think it's going to come back around in circles. Phil saying, Drew, it's the price factor with mech companies, to be honest. As for disposables, don't get us all started. Mike saying they will sell like hotcakes. Apex mods are pretty good and UK built. I do think we need to get a lot more UK stuff. Serendipity saying, did you say the D word, Phil? The only Anthony saying the only mod I really miss is the OG Aegis 100 with the 26650. The Guar 21 is the best regulated mod on the market. His humble opinion. And I take Anthony Romella's word on it. So there you go, the Guar 21. If you're looking for a new regulated mod, the Guar 21. KVTV is saying RIP Hexome. Sucks he'll have to get another one. There you go. That's another excuse to get a nice one. Get one nicely engraved. Phil's saying he doesn't sell disposables, you cheeky bastard. You'll have to trot down to the newspaper shop for that. That's very true. Exactly, Mike. He said it again. Nicky Maynard, no chance. Don't do disposable slow. I mean, take a build kit with your broad customs. Don't like it. Yeah. Oh, don't even get me started on that. Yeah, I might just go cold turkey next time. It was a lot more hassle than it was worth. Ern saying, I'll send you an Aegis 26650 with the package he has for you. Blimey. For Strode, KVTV, I actually thinking about getting 3 mods instead of 1 Hexome. I can negotiate a Trio Life and probably a couple of others because, well, brownie points. I would suggest Trio Life mods. They are solid. And his customer service is second to none. I don't know if you've spoken to anyone who's got one. When I placed the order, I literally told him what I want. I said to him, I just want my logo on the front, go nuts around it, black and white, do what you want. And literally the next day he was on it and I was getting pictures of the process. And then once it was done, he sent me a video of it firing, all the inside parts. When I got it, a bit of the soldering came off about a week or 2 later. And I messaged him. I was like, oh, this is the issue. Sent him a video, had to hold the piece and it would fire. He was like, send it to me. He paid for the shipping. Within 3 days, I had it back in my hands. So I would say go hit up Trio Life. He does, from when I got it a couple of years ago, I think it was a year and a bit ago, what he's got on offer is outstanding. Go check him out. Mr. Intesta, it's surprisingly easy going cold turkey from vaping. Spent a week in hospital in 2020 and had to go without my vapes. Mind you, I had a morphine to play with. That is true. I'll probably get more fun taking morphine on a plane than a vape. Vaping Jedi, yes, someone needs a Hexome, but you might not get a Hexome. Dave Lloyd, I had a mod holders on both his Harleys, right? Vape and ride. That's good. That's nice. Geordie's juice mixed in someone's sink that was chock full of diacetyl. Back in the days. Yeah, Dave Lloyd's got 4 Tree of mods, like Tree of Life mods. I would get a hell of a lot more. Stu Rep, I have my eye on trying to find a decent quad battery mod like the Wismec RX 300 watt. Again, I have one, but the chip fried on him. Would you know what? Hit up Tree of Life. He'll make you one. He'll make you a 4-bay, and I'm sure Overkill will make you a 4-bay. So yeah, I'd probably go down those routes. Tobias has 2 Tree of Life, and his wife has one too. They are just a solid, good bit of kit. You won't go wrong with Tree of Life mods. Right. That has taken us an hour. That was topic 1. We've only got 2 little ones left. So what we'll do is we'll move on to new stuff. Has anyone in chat bought something new recently, vape-wise? Any new shinies? Anything that you've ordered that haven't quite received yet? Earn for free. Yeah, I'm having dibs on that if it's free. No, I'm only joking. For my side, it's not actually devices. I've decided to expand my coil building. Hang on a sec. Nicky Mail said, "It's okay, son. I watched the replay of the show. What happened to you in Egypt trying to mug you off?" Mate, that was horrendous. That was rage-inducing, to say the least. Mike Haynes got the new Eclipse Dual. Well, that's a nice bit of kit. I never got anything vape device new, but I've ordered some smaller wire. I am firmly working on more MTLs stuff now, because I know a lot of people want a lot more MTLs. So I have actually gone out and gone down as far as 46 gauge. So that's going to be fun. And then I've gone for larger gauge. So I am going to be making bigger coils and smaller coils. I know that sounds a bit odd, but I've had a request for a lot of larger coils, larger inner diameters, larger gauges of core wire. So I've decided to bite the bullet, and I put in a rather large order for about 15 spools. I think it's a little bit more than that. Still got the old restocked up on the old ones. But yeah, there's going to be between 4 and 8 new variations of coils are going to be added over the coming months. So yeah, that's my new news. So in chat, what has anybody else got that's new? Let me go back up. So Mike Haynes got the new Eclipse Dual. Stu Rep, Vape Boys just recently got the True Retro Vape setup, the Ego T, and the CE4 tank kit. Wow. So you went for proper retro. Tobias is waiting on his QP Fatality M25, which he got on sale. I really want the Fatality and the Violator. To this day, I still haven't owned a QP. I keep going to buy one, and then I'm like a magpie. I go and buy it, and I'm like, oh, that looks nice. And I end up going off somewhere else and end up purchasing something else and never get what I actually want in the first place. But that's on my radar. What's his name? McMahon Photography. He loves them, and some of his pictures just make me want them even more. No, I'm talking to Johnny Overkill at Expo 100%. Yeah, mate. I know he's got some good stuff going to be down there this time. Mystery Test, my last buy was a Vaporesso Gen 200. They also, the Gen 200, when I got hold of one, I know it's made from recycled plastic and stuff. It just felt so light to me. I just thought I was going to break it. So I managed to give that to someone who wanted to give up vaping. So I gave away the Gen 200 and the Gen 80, and they're loving it. Yeah, Mr. Intense, the vape hut. I don't know why I keep calling you the vaping hut. I think you might have to change the shop name. He stocks my 3 mils and 2.5s if you want to head down there and get some of those. My shop is in and out of stock so quickly because you lovely people keep buying me out, which I'm very grateful of. But When I'm out of stock, or if you want to go and support my main man Phil, head over to the Vape Hut, go buy some coils, and while you're there, try his liquids: the Black Rhodes Elixir, Faust, Carmilla, and Black Bess. They are all incredible liquids, and I'm sure. Correct me if you're wrong. If I'm wrong, you can get Serendipity liquid in there as well, which is another outstanding liquid. Dave Lloyd puts all his vape buys into DIY. It's a good way to go, especially like what you guys are putting up with. It's a good way to get into that. Vaping Jedi had to pick up a UL Coco whilst in New Hampshire because his dumbass forgot the batteries. How are you finding the Coco? Did you get the flashy one? That's more the question. Did you get one and have a little disco at night when you're trying to have a sneaky puff in bed? Anthony Romero bought new coils for his Falcon King sub-ohm tanks for life. This is why I love Mr. Romella. This man does so much for the vaping community, and he doesn't follow suit. People say, "Oh, go to RDAs, go to RTAs." He is firmly a sub-ohm vapor, and I love him for it. He's doing what he does, and he does it well. So keep it up, Anthony. Absolute legend. Not allowed. Mrs. won't let me go. Got to save money for holidays. She would kill me. Mr. Intense, yeah, going to see if he can make me something special. Oh, definitely, 100%. I'm going to ruin it. I know I got it right the first time. For Strode, nothing new aside from calls from KV, TV, and Liquid. I'm just trying to get the RDAs and Boros I have dialed in and how I vape. Yeah, it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit of tinkering with these Boros. It's not like RDAs where most of them you can just, as long as they're in line, you're absolutely fine with the airflow. Boros, you move it a smidge, and it makes a world of difference. But that's what I found the fun part of Boros. But the one thing that took me a long time to learn is that, pardon me, sorry, I'm burping left, right, centre. When you're doing new coils in a Boro, in a new bridge, don't fill the Boro up. I only fill it up a smidge, just to the wicking ports, just so you can give it a good couple of puffs to make sure you don't dump your liquid. And if the coil don't go right, you're only losing the tiniest bit of liquid, and you're not going to get upset. I done that every time. I had to dump so much liquid when I first got into Boros. And Phil says Serendipity if you want. He's got it. Go there. Sweet Nirvana is a triple filtered lemon with sherbet granules. I hate sherbet. I hate lemon. That liquid is outstanding. Go and get yourself a bottle. You will not be disappointed. Ira Vibes. Rum and raisin. I hate rum and raisin ice cream. This is very Marmite. I vaped it originally. First puff's like, not too sure. And then I was hooked. I was absolutely hooked. And then we have, I'm going to get the name wrong, the Vanilla Sky. I love that one. That one is a bourbon vanilla custard with delicately sweetened with maple and marshmallow. And the last one is like a apple pie. And go over and get them. Get them all. Get the whole line of Black Rose. Get the whole line of Serendipity. And you will not be disappointed. Dean T got the Infinite Mods Pegasus. It was pre-loved, but nice and shiny. That's what I like about these buy to sales, especially for the higher end stuff. It's always kept in good nick. Always kept in good nick. Fuck, I need some Black Rose. Yes, you do, Josh. We will. Don't you worry. We will talk. Stu Rep, my favorite sub-ohm tank was the TFV8, but also had the TFV4 RTA G2 deck. I think I quit on the TFV8. I think that was it. Or it might be the one above that, but I'm sure that was it. Faust and Carmilla are really special. They are so good. I wasn't keen on tiramisu, but put that in a Boro and it brought out so many good flavors. It's something else. What else have we got? No, it's an AK2. I obviously missed that bit. yeah, so we will slowly move on to topic number 3. That was a nice little smoosh into newy bits. Unless we got anyone else got anything new. Right. Topic 3 is Expo. I know we got a little while yet, but I don't know if any of you guys have seen my post. I am going to be exhibiting at the Expo this year, along with the Vape Hut is going to be there. Mikey, I'm not sure if Mike's coming, but he should be there. If not, he'll be there just to show some love to everybody. It's going to be a good one this year. I can feel it. They're doing made in the UK section. They're throwing a lot into the hobbyist side, which Expos, as you all know, around the world, apart from what I see, Hall of Vape, that's the only one that's majority modders, majority hobbyist vapors, and that's apparently the one to go to. But this year, the last Expo at Birmingham was a little bit pooey. It was quite pooey. This year, this one, the second one this year, apparently is all pretty much all based around UK businesses, RDAs, RTAs, rebuildables, liquids, and apparently they're dialing back the old, what do you call it? The D word, disposables. So hopefully this year is going to be outstanding. I'm really looking forward to it. If any of you guys are going Expo, hit me up before you go. I will only be there on the Saturday. I'm just doing the one day. I got asked to do 3, but I could only do the one. So they have graced me with just the one day, which I'm really happy that they're allowing me just to do the one day. So I will be there with lots of coils and no power source because they don't give you power. The coil builders don't get power, which I found was a bit odd. So I will be going old school. I will be going with cordless drill and some swivels on an articulated vice. So this is it will be fun. It will be slow. It will be great. Gonna have music there. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be there with Gravel Throat. I don't know if any of you guys have seen her, and Asian Kitty. She is an incredible coil builder. If you haven't heard of them, check them out on Instagram. They are outstanding. It's okay. I'll get Sloan to ship it to me. Yeah, we'll sort it. Don't you worry. Neil Pitt's saying, what coils do you use in Boros? I use 28 times 28 with a 38 6-wrap 0.6 in his RDL, or a 26 with a 38 5-wrap 0.5. See, I'm pretty much my Boro aliens. I generally make for like they come out of 0.5, which is 30 38s, and then I do 32s 40s for my MTLs, which come out at 0.7, sorry, 0.7. So that's what I use. So yeah, but with the mech Boros, I generally go for just a bog standard 26, 36, 5-wrap, 0.2, get that thing firing hot and spicy. Can't go wrong with that. But you build to whatever resistance you are safe with. Don't just go by what I say. Make sure you know your Ohm's law. Make sure you know your batteries and you know your battery safety before using anything like that. So I just tell you what I use. Don't just copy what I do. Make sure you go out and do your own research. Get those coil calculators. Know your Ohm's law. You can even download the app. I know on Android, you got Vape Tool, free app. Get it all done there. You got Steam engines, or Google. Just Google vape calculator. And as soon as I said Google, my phone popped up. Yeah, so make sure you do your research. Series wise, I'm not telling you what I put in my series, but make sure you have a decent and safe build in there. Stacked, even more so. So please be careful when building. and make sure you're safe. And please don't just copy what any of us say in chat. If you've never done it before, like I know Duchess has just dropped stuff in there. I know Geordie has and other people, but don't just copy them. If you're not sure, do some research, okay? That's my little word of warning, because I have heard of silly bills being put in. Phil saying, I'm not sure stocking Cloud Cartel was a smart move on his side. They last forever, those things. I did not think this through. Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous. But it's not down to the builder, it's down to the wire as well. So you can thank Twisted Messes for that. Kent makes some outstanding wire. Duchess, my RDL coils are a 3-core 30 gauge wrapped in 38, 5 wraps, 0.48 to 0.51 ohms. So that's what he vapes on. So we're coming to close to the end. So we got the last 15, 20 minutes left. I'm going to do something very dangerous now. I am going to do a Ask Me Anything. Any burning questions you want to ask me, anything you want to talk about, throw it in chat and we'll all discuss it. But before then, we're going to go back old school. Old school. I know we haven't done this show for that long. But I'm going to do this every week now. I'm going to pick 4 people to I know we used to do. Sorry, that was a lot shorter than I thought it was. I used to do everybody throw names in chat. But what I'm going to do now for a while is I'm going to pick 4 people that I think deserve a shout out, and it's going to get mixed up every week. So my 4 for the week, only because they are fellow hosts of my show, is Josh the Vaping Jedi. Go follow him on Instagram and go follow out his review channel that he started up. If you like your Vaporesso stuff and all the weird and wonderful stuff, he reviews. He's a wealth of knowledge as well. So make sure you go check out _Vaping Jedi over on YouTube. Josh, you're still in chat. Can you throw in your link to your YouTube channel into chat so we can make sure everybody goes and follows you? Also, Angela goes first, my other host on Across the Pond. Absolute delight to be a friend with. She's outstanding, such a nice, humble person. So make sure you go follow her, Ardently Angela. Josh, do us a solid and chuck her link in chat as well. And if you go to her website, she's got loads of affiliates. You can get loads of discounts as well. Number 3 is KVTV, and that's Jay. On what used to be Codename Wide, which will be coming back at some point, but you need to stay tuned for that. He is my dinosaur vapor. He has been vaping for such a long time. He is a wealth of knowledge as well, and he always brings something new to the table. Go follow his YouTube channel. If anybody's got it, if you're still in chat, Duchess or Josh, can you throw Jay's YouTube channel in? You can go and follow him for his Mixing It Up show with Tribal Buddha, Sifu Mustache, and Uncle Chris. Outstanding show. And he's got a couple of little reviews on there as well. So make sure you go and give him a follow. Last but not least is the lovable bellend that is Duchess Coils. We all take the piss out of each other. He loves taking the piss out of each other. But I have such a soft spot for my main man, Duchess Coils. Absolute lovable bellend. He's my brother from another mother. Great coil builder. Great laugh. He's got a horrible sense of humor, a horrible taste in music, but I love him none of the less. So make sure you go over and follow Duchess _Coils. If that's right, can you chuck the links down in chat to your channels and make sure all them are out there so everybody can go and follow KVTV. KVTV on Instagram, YouTube, Duchess Coils on Instagram. You got Angela Goes First and Ardently Angela. You got Josh the Vaping Jedi. Last but not least is my lovely sponsor. You thought I'd forgot about you, didn't you? Make sure, if you want some outstanding liquids and you want beautiful customer service, head over to the Vape Hut in Malden, or you can go visit them online at Vaping Malden. If I say Vaping Hut one more time, or the Vaping Malden, the Vape Hut, malden.com, or go try out his liquids, which is Black Rose Elixirs. Outstanding liquids at blackroseelixirs.com. Make sure you go show them some love. It's just him and his missus. They provide amazing customer service. They're just great people. So please go show some love. The way he slaughters his shop's name is just beautiful. Yeah, I'm going to turn up and just draw ing after vape on your shop. So I'll always be remembered. And we got sex bots in chat. If any moderators are in, can you just get rid of the cool anime adult games? So I'm going to go back up in chat, and I think I saw some questions come in. But make sure, guys, if you're watching this on replay, hit the chat button, and there's the links that come out. Make sure you go and give them a follow and show them some love. So we'll go back up because I saw there was a good couple of questions. Right, there we go. Out of the two, who would you rather punch in the dick? Phil Karras or Phil Karras? I wouldn't punch him in the dick. If I had to, I'd have to choose the second one. Duchess calls. No, seriously, if you could have any setup on a desert island, what would it be? It would have to be the Death Wish ghost ship. That would be my setup, and Cucumber Cantaloupe by Bloom. That would be my desert island setup. Even though I've never vaped one, I really want one. I don't know where. Right, let's see if there's any question. Is your wall coloured something or Egyptian linen? I have no idea, mate. I never painted it. You'll have to ask the missus. Beside vaping, what is your other passions? I have quite a lot of little passions. Recently, I've been getting into a bit of graphic design, bit of composite photography. Been playing about with that a little bit. Doing the thumbnails for our shows. That's been great fun. So a bit of that. Other passions? I don't know. I'm very weird. I don't know if I've got a bit of ADHD or something, but I will pick random stuff to start doing. Something will just tickle my fancy, and I'll just go do it. The missus were talking about making scented candles, so I ended up going down the rabbit hole and making loads of scented candles. Once I've done it, I sort of move on. My next one, which I want to do, I want to try some glass blowing. And since I was a kid, you're going to laugh, I've always wanted to do blacksmithing. So that's going to be my next little project. And anything hands-on, I'd love to give a go. So my passions are whatever tickles my fancy that month. But my problem is once I do it and I nail it, I just want to move on to something else and try something else. So that was a good question. I like that one. There you go. Ernst put a good one in chat. Make sure you go donate to Matt Sinister's family over at the GoFundMe page. Absolute diamond geezer. I only got to meet him once, but within 5 minutes, I nearly pissed myself. So he's a legend in my book. What is the meat that you miss the most? I haven't had it for a while. I'm going to say goat meat. I haven't had goat for a while. I know what you're getting at. But to be honest, I stopped eating pork before I became a Muslim. So I didn't really miss it too much. Don't get me wrong. When you smell bacon cooking, it brings back old memories. Like, I used to love a bacon sandwich, but I have no interest in eating it no more because it's been so long. If you want to, if you like bacon and you want to try something a little bit different, I know they do it in Asda, they do it in Waitrose. It's called Macon. It's lamb bacon. That is outstanding. It'll open up your world to a whole different type of bacon. And if you want to be fatty like me, after you cooked it for a couple of minutes, bit of maple syrup on top and then cut. Mate, I haven't had dinner yet, and that's made my belly rumble. Listen, just because I don't want to listen to Taylor Swift all day doesn't mean I have to terrible taste in music. Well, we've already talking about my terrible taste in music. I have realised that my taste in music has changed. I'm very much all over the place at the moment. I haven't stuck to a genre of music for longer than like 20 minutes. My journeys to work is a whole plethora of stuff. But for instance, here we go. Go down the rabbit hole. On the way home today from work, I was listening to the Fugees and Lauryn Hill, which was a bit weird. On the way to work, I was listening to Slick Rick. Yesterday, what was I listening to yesterday? Pantera. Then I went down the Slayer route, and then I ended up on Elton John. And I listened to a little bit of the Spinners. I went down the Motel rabbit hole. And then last week, or was it the week before, Kenny fucking G. I had a bit of the old jazz sax going on in the car. Then I'm a bit of lo-fi music. Oh, I'm all over the shop, mate. Yeah, I don't know whether it's because I'm getting old. I'm just all over the shop. And then the worst one, and the missus will laugh at this because she's upstairs watching. When it was Josh's anniversary, I put him as the missing link of Backstreet Boys. That got stuck in my head all day. I ended up driving to work, and I was like, fuck it. I listened to a whole Backstreet Boys album, and it was sad because I knew it word for word. And I fucking enjoyed it. But I don't think I'll be doing that again for a while. But yeah, that's how it's going with me at the moment when it comes to music. Right, any more questions? Mr. Link. Sorry about that. Are you going broke on diapers? Oh, before that, there was a question for Pokemon or Digimon? Pokemon, mate. Love a bit of Pokemon. Well, I haven't played it in donkey's years. My little one now watches Pokemon, the original one. None of this new shit. Yeah, Pokemon all day long, if I had to choose. And you remember saying, are you going broke on diapers? Get in there, mate. This kid shits like a machine 5 times a day. And it's something else. It is something else. I've never seen so much shit in all my life. And now, since he's on solid, he's eating fish, meat, all this stuff, broccoli. The smell will knock you on your ass. It's made me gag more now than it did when he was first born, and that smelled bad. But yeah, not quite yet going broke. Not quite, but getting there. Any more? What would be your flavoured condom of choice if you had to give Geordie a blowjob? I would have to say, if I had to choose, it would be Vanilla Sky by Serendipity. Just dribble it on top. I'll be good to go, mate. Don't you worry. Try your hand at pole dancing. I would bend that pole. I don't think 20 stone of idiot flying around a pole is a good idea. If the diapers says £30, do you wait until it has £30 in it before a change? No, this kid, as soon as he shits, he wants it out. He hates having a dirty ass. So, no, it gets changed quite often. He shits and moans. Walaikum salam, Mike. Is the hut that vapes, said Walter White once. You have the coolest shop in Vapinville. It is so clean and everything's framed. It's up there. Did he answer my question? Hang on. I'm sure I did. I'm going back up to double check. Let's Hang on. Oh, were you blessed with girth or length? I'm all ball. I'm all testicle. No penis, all ball. So I'm not blessed with length or girth. Imagine cocktail sausage and then just cut the end off. That's it. So what's his name out of Hangover? Mr. Chow. That's all it is. All testicle. No, yeah, all testicle, no penis. What else have we got? See you later, Mike. Look after yourself. Pokemon on the N64 was fun. I only had Pokemon with Bulbasaur on it, so it'll be green. Or was that blue? One of the two. I didn't have the Charizard one. That's the only one I played on a Game Boy. I never played anything again, any other Pokemon since. What else we got? There wouldn't be any condom involved. That's all right. Smothered and covered. Oh, that's pretty grim. Yeah. If you were a rapper, what would your name be? I wouldn't know. That could be interesting. Guys, pick me a rapper name. Let's see while we're here. Let's do what would be my rapper name. Here we go. How do you pick a rapper name? Oh god, this is rapper name generator. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get this one going. So this will take me 2 seconds. Right, here we go. Come on. Oh, this is a lot of questions. Last question. Right, let's generate this name. Oh, it didn't even fucking give it to me. What? Oh, that's a bit. Okay, name generator. Oh my god. This is so yeah. Start picking me out. This is just generating me a name. Right, come on, generate me a name. That's ridiculous. Al Rationale. That was pointless. Al Rationale. Put the color of your underwear and the last thing you ate. Black butter. It could be black peanut butter. So black peanut, that would be mine. Yours would be plaid cheeseburger, Coil Z, Sloan Ranger, Sloan Thugs. That name generator was horrendously bad. His name would be Young Toot Slurp. Oh, you had to go there, didn't you? Had to go there. This is why we don't invite you, Duchess. Only joking, mate. Love you to bits. But we're going to take a quick 30-second ad break and want to hear from the greatest multimedia company in the world. That is Shaken Media. Fuck me. shakenbakemedia.com. All your multimedia needs, whether that's logos, that's intros, that's social media videos, that's weird face warping videos that make you not sleep at night. Head over to Andy Romella over at shakenbakemedia.com. They're on Instagram as well, shakenbakemedia.com. I think they're always at shakenbakemedia. Or you can go I am _ Anthony Ramella over on Instagram. Oh, here we go. Chris, how's it going, Mr. Lethal? How's everything? Thank you, Duchess. There's the link. Go head over to shakeandbakemedia.com. Don't get me wrong. He is a lovely fella. I'm not going to sing the song, Anthony Ramella. But yes, he is an absolute legend. And he is one of the nicest men I've ever met. He took his time out to help me with my intro. He's done my intro. He's done Across the Ponds intros, both of them. He's done the old and the new Codename Wired one. He's done the Green Room. He's done the Friday Fallout. Mate, this man is prolific and everything is top quality. So make sure that you go head over to I am _ Anthony Ramella on Instagram or Shake and Bake Media for anything multimedia. You just have to give him a random concept and he will go running. All I said to him for mine was, I want it a bit Motley Crue-y. I love the sort of Motley Crue music. Go wild. And he came back with that intro. So see you later, Mike. Have a good one. We'll be going soon as well. So yes, please go and show my man some love. Lethal Calls has started building again this morning. Good man. Get on the building. Right. So we come into that time of the night. We've been going an hour and 36 minutes, and you guys have been nothing but fucking outstanding tonight. You have kept this show going, and I love you guys, and I love the way this show's just sort of become something now. I will be now predominantly doing solo shows. There will be guests coming in, but far and few between. I know we went a bit guest heavy for a little bit, but I like mixing it up a bit. But we are going to now be, I've got a couple of guests that will be coming on, but we will be predominantly doing a solo show. So make sure you subscribe. Oh, and also, guys, thank you. I've somehow passed 252 now subscribers. I'm not in it for the subs. I'm in it for just trying to produce an easygoing, fun show for everybody to watch and get involved in. We will be doing a lot more watcher participation, so there'll be a lot more asking you questions. If there's anything you would like to see in the show or anybody you would like on the show, hit me up on Instagram, Cloud Cartel official page. It's all running down the bottom here. Any coils, hit me up, cloudcartel.co.uk, or go over to the Vape Up Malden and pick them up from there and pick you up some great liquid as well while you're there. Anything else? Anybody want to give anybody a shout out? Throw it in now. And everybody, if you're watching this on replay, thank you for watching this on replay. Make sure you have the chat open and go show some love to the shout outs and to Anthony Ramella and to my sponsor, Phil Cress, and to Tobias. Tobias is a legend. He's my man. So make sure you're all nice to each other. And as we say, be nice and vape on. See you later, guys. Stay safe. I've got to hit the button first. Shit. See you later.